Hello. Today, I'm going to talk about a couple more things that indicate that we are headed for a correction here in California, but it's nationwide. Other states, people are like, "What are you talking about? It's already correcting here." I mean, it really depends on where you are, right? But Florida, Texas, those are already in full tilt correction, and it will be showing up in your market soon. California, not excluded. It just takes longer here. That's true. It has been true for 30 years, for the last three cycles. But let's talk about more leading indicators of I guess financial pain and changes on the horizon in the economy and therefore the housing market. One of those leading indicators is the used car market. Used car market's in big trouble. Prices are coming down. The new car and used car prices are coming down. And believe it or not, back in December of 2023, a lot of new cars were selling above their asking price. Their sticker price was being exceeded by $10,000, $20,000, $25,000 in some cases. Now dealers are dropping their prices below their ask price, and they're providing incentives and all kinds of other things to move inventory. And the used car sales is dropping pretty dramatically. A lot of wholesalers use an app, and they're not even trusting their app these days because prices are dropping. So they're not quite sure what to bid on at the auction. The MMR is the average price at the auction, and they're not relying on that right now because prices are dropping too fast. So you can find that by if you guys really, if you want to watch a video about that, I can provide it in the comments. Just ask in the comments, and I'll provide a video of that has some data and then a dealer's perspective on all of this going on nationwide. That's an indicator that the economy is not great and seems to be getting worse. Probably more bad before we get any good. Another stronger indicator, but a little bit harder to follow, is the job market, but not so much the way that it's traditionally analyzed. Because if you look at job losses, that's not a good indicator because it's too late. I mean, it's a lagging indicator, so it doesn't really show you that the market is getting bad. It shows you that it already is, and you've already noticed. It's a lagging indicator. Really, a couple of different statistics that are tracked by the federal government, data that's tracked by the federal government, show that the labor market or the jobs market is not great. One of them is, and the easiest one to understand, is continuing jobless claims. When continuing jobless claims is tracking up, the graph is on an upwards trajectory. That means that people that have been looking for jobs still aren't finding jobs, and more of them are piling on. So that's an indicator that things are getting bad or not great, and that's exactly what's happening right now in quarters. I think it's really started picking up steam back in Q2. I'd have to check but it's Q2, Q1. I think Q1, Q2, Q3. That graph is getting progressively worse and noticeably, and then also a more heady one is the JOLTS, which is job openings and labor turnover statistics, and it shows that people that are what it really shows at the end of the day is that that there's more people that have left the job and not finding a new one, or people that are not finding jobs that are in the workforce. So that one is like usually shown as like a bar graph, and it's going, the bar graph's heading downward now, and has been for I believe also since probably the middle of 2023, something like that. The fact is the trend is established, and so things are going to get worse before they get better, and that's that's not just the housing market, but the housing market is what we talk about here right now for the time being on the real estate show. I might get into some other parts of real estate, commercial and residential and everything else. But another thing I wanted to mention in this show, or just like a bonus material if you hadn't already thought about this, clearly real estate is a cycle, right? I think that's well established here, and anybody that's in the business knows that. It just takes a long, long time for the cycle to go up and then come down, the peak to trough. So the master move here is what I wanted to mention. This is a master wealth building move for most Americans in the middle class and people that are trying to get into the middle class. If you already own a house, the part of the master move is you sell it at the peak or near the peak, and that's where we are now, near the peak, probably a little bit past it. But if you get it on the market and you get sold, you can take that equity, that gain that you have in your home, and you can put it in the bank. And in the United States right now, the tax law says that an individual can keep $250,000 without paying taxes. That's capital gains. So there's no capital gains tax on it. And then a married couple can actually keep $500,000 without paying capital gains tax on it. And I can't tell you how huge of a benefit that is. It's hard to overstate how dramatic of a benefit that is. So let's I just give you a little example to kind of to reinforce how important that is as a benefit to you. If you sell and you don't put all the money into another house at the top of the real estate cycle, if you sell and you bank that money, let's say you make $100,000, and we're talking round numbers because it's easier, and you just bank that money. Well, your net worth just jumped up $100,000, and not only that, you got that $100,000 tax free. So if you have a job and you're working for your dollars, you're going to pay federal and state taxes. So let's assume that combined rate is 35%. So if you wanted to put $100,000 in your bank account, you would have to earn $135,000, because that 35% of that's going to go to the federal, to the IRS, and to the state taxes. So this is a huge benefit, saving that way, saving your net worth and taking capital gains tax-free. So, and then the next move in this wealth building process would be to sit on that money and keep it safe. Don't spend it on a car or something stupid. You just put it into either CDs, or you can Treasury, maybe a U.S. Treasury bond ETF, not corporate, because that corporate could get hurt bad. If you know how to create a bond ladder, you could buy U.S. Treasuries directly, and that's the safest way to invest, but there's commissions associated with that. It's kind of sophisticated, this, that, and the other thing. Anyways, so you wait until the market actually is in its trough, and trust me, you don't know for sure when you're in the trough in real estate. You know pretty much that when you're within about 30% or a third of the way from it, or you're on one side or the other. But you don't know where the trough or the peak is in real estate until you're looking at it in hindsight. And the market can make you wrong. Like right now, it looks like the peak was in September of 2022. But if the market, if for some crazy reason that I don't see, rates go way down, and the economy is still in good shape, which is almost theoretically impossible for both those things to happen at the same time, then the housing market might recover or stabilize for a while, because it'll be more affordable for more people to buy houses, which does not force the prices to correct, which is what they're likely going to do at this point. But that said, you would need to wait after you've taken this equity, and for prices to come down significantly. I mean, more than 25%, hopefully, in your marketplace. There'd be very few markets in a major downturn that don't go down at least 25%. And then you buy your new house. And then if you want to buy a rental property or invest in real estate, that's when you do that too. But you have to be very patient. It could be 2 years, 3 years. Real estate favors the patient, and vintage is everything in real estate. So when you buy, it makes all the difference in the world. And I hope you all think about that and take it to heart, and it's helpful to you. And I will talk to you again soon.